I own a snake that's actually older than me, so in today's video we're going to be updating Betty White. Stick around. My name is Nick Pulaski. Growing up, I have always had a passion for wildlife, and with that passion, along with my passion of filmmaking, I get taken on some amazing adventures creating wildlife content, getting up close with a variety of incredible animals. So come follow along as I pursue my goals of educating, inspiring, exploring, and conserving wildlife, all while having fun, seeing the beauty in our natural world. What's going on, everybody? Thank you so much for joining me here today. As you can see, I'm not alone. I'm actually joined here with my golden girl, Betty White, right here. Now, if you guys remember from a few years ago, I was talking about this girl and the rehoming situation that happened. So long story short, I got this girl and another ball python that was housed with her in a rehoming situation, and the family was basically just not able to take them with them when they were going out of states, and they got these snakes as babies in the mid-90s. And this girl is actually born in 95, making her 29 years old. Isn't that crazy? And this girl is actually older than me. I'm currently 28 years old. This girl is 29 years old, nearly 30. These guys can live over 30 years for sure. It has been documented in captivity, these guys living over 30 years. But on average, the typical lifespan for these guys is about 20 to 30 years on average. So this girl looks great, is very alert, eats well, and I think she still has plenty in the tank and does really, really well. When I take her to things to show off with children, she does really, really well and is definitely great to live out her years as an ambassador for the species and for snakes in general. And not only is she a great ambassador for that, but she's also picture proof of what a beautiful, healthy, adult senior reptile can be for sure. And it puts things in perspective, because like I've said in the past in multiple different videos, these guys, if cared properly, can live really long, spectacular lives for sure, and live out their golden years per se in a incredible way. I'd like to share this girl for perspective of that as well for anyone that's thinking of getting an animal. It is a lifelong commitment for sure. This is a 30-year commitment nearly for just this snake alone. So always putting those things in perspective. I get it, situations do change, and the family that had these animals was doing a phenomenal job with these guys for sure. So ultimately there was no issues with their care whatsoever. It just came down to life changes, and they just wanted to give this animal the proper home it could. And I was happy to take this animal in under my wing, and I was looking to rehome it, but then I just was thinking, I'm like, this is a great example and puts things in perspective for so many reptiles out there, that is very crucial to put these things in perspective, just to make sure that people really kind of have that idea put in their head and seated in their head that these guys are a true lifelong commitment for sure. We've talked about that countless times, especially recently in a couple videos, but I think this is a very important thing that really a lot of people just really need to hear and see and give the reasons why and have a breakdown on those types of things, is because of the lifelong commitments for these things. There are so many shelters out there, not just for reptiles, but so many other animals out there where people impulsively get animals and then ultimately they are not able to take them, and it just falls on the animals, you know? I mean, this is their life, and this is something that you are supposed to be responsible for, and if you're not able to take care of it, it is okay to rehome an animal to make sure it is getting the proper care that it requires. There's never shame involved with it, but you want to make sure that you are, one, making sure before you even get the animal that it is something that you for sure can take care of and try your best to take care of for the lifelong commitment that this animal will require. Otherwise, you need to make sure that you're getting it in the proper hands to make sure that this animal goes to a place that it's going to get that proper care that it needs. Look how sweet Betty White is. I mean, she just kind of chills right here. She's totally fine. Very strong. She's got a nice grip on my hands right here, which is nice because she's not going limp. She still has her strength. She still has her alertness. She still has her appetite, nearly at 30. So that is wonderful signs that this animal is getting well taken care of for sure. Not obese whatsoever. This animal is going to be well taken care of under my care throughout the entirety of its life. I think I'm going to be holding on to this animal. I have for the past couple years, and I'm like, you know what, I just can't get rid of her. I mean, there's something about her beautiful personality and the beautiful story that's with her that's going to carry on for sure. And even when she passes, I want to make sure that people know about this animal because of the beautiful story that she has, and just really give people that perspective on what it takes to take care of an animal for the lifelong commitment that it requires. But I want to hear from you guys in the comments. What is the oldest animal that you have that you're personally taking care of? of. It could be a dog, it could be a cat, it could be a tortoise, it could be anything, it could be a reptile. What is the oldest animal that you personally have in your collection or just in your household that you are personally taking care of? I want to hear those in the comments below. Let me know. People also might be wondering, how does care necessarily change for this girl versus my other snakes that are a lot younger than her? And truthfully, not too much changes. I mean, routinely she's getting her water changed, she's getting her bedding changed. Everything is basically the same in part there, but I'm not necessarily feeding her too many meals. Like once a week I can feed her a meal easily. I mean, you can still stay on that schedule, but I mean, she's totally fine just going with a bi-weekly schedule. That's what she was originally on, and I didn't really want to switch that up for her too much, so I just kept her on her bi-weekly schedule like she was currently being fed. And especially because she's had that routine since she was younger, I figured, why switch that up on her now? You know, I mean, it's not a big deal feeding her every week, it's not a big deal whatsoever, but I mean, does she really need it? No, not necessarily or anything. I'm not going to be really putting her to any sort of breeding projects or anything like that. I was debating it, and I mean, some people said, yeah, you should definitely do it, and some people were like, I mean, just let her live out her years. And maybe let me know in the comments below, what would you personally do? Would you breed this girl at all just to kind of carry on her lineage, or would you be like, just let her live out her years? I mean, I'm totally cool just letting her being an ambassador animal and not having her in any sort of breeding projects whatsoever. So that's totally cool with me. But some people are like, yeah, why not do it? I mean, she's a nice sized female, and I've heard people having clutches with their females up until their late ages as well too, so it's not something that's uncommon as well too. But again, is it something that I really want to put this animal through? One of those things that's tough to call. She's going to be a first-time mom if she would ever produce or anything, so it's one of those things where it's like, I mean, she could just live out her years and that would be totally fine with me. But again, I want to hear your opinions down below, because that's always been something that's been playing in the back of my mind. What should I do with this girl? Should I carry on Betty White's lineage, or what should I do with her? Yeah, I just wanted to come on here really quick and just kind of share her story a little bit, put her in the spotlight, update you guys on this girl right here, and let you guys know that I still own this girl. I didn't actually rehome her. She's just been an ambassador animal and something that's been great to take around and let kids handle and hold. It's been really fun to do those types of things with this animal, because I don't know, it's just a really special animal to do those types of things with, because at the end of the day, that's what it's all about, guys, is just putting these animals in people's hands so they can gain a respect for these animals and a better perspective on these animals. That's what's important. And then going along with the story that goes along with these guys when people are trying to think about getting one of these animals, talking about her age, talking about the lifelong commitment, kind of going on and spreading that knowledge. It's a two-part thing. It's a win-win for sure. It's a win-win in terms of making sure that we're making responsible pet keepers, and also a win-win where we're making people more respective of their environment, more respective towards nature, snakes, everything. That's what we want to do as well too. So I think with those two things, it's killing two birds with one stone. So that's really important for me. Otherwise, guys, I got nothing else to say about this girl. Like I said, she's incredible. I kind of woke her up from her little midday nap right now, so I want to put her back here in a second, but I just wanted to share her story with you guys, let you guys know how she's doing, and hopefully in a year or so we're going to be celebrating her 30th birthday, so I can't wait for that as well too. So hopefully another year around the sun with this girl right here, Betty White. So thank you guys so much for joining me here today. If you guys could do me a few favors, if you'd like the video, subscribe to the channel, I would greatly appreciate it, as well as hit that notification bell so you know when I upload. Definitely check us out on our social media as well too. I would greatly appreciate that. Make sure to comment down below what your oldest pet that you currently own or have owned in the past is. I want to hear that as well too, along with your opinion. Should I breed Betty White, or should I just keep her as an ambassador animal? I want to hear your comments down below. Otherwise, guys, I appreciate you guys as always, and until next time, we will see you guys soon. Take care.